I mean, I'm not happy because Oklahoma lost, but the good news is I do get to talk about this week for the NFL. Let's go. Week 8 NFL Sunday preview. A bunch of big games. Every team's playing. Let's go. 13 games to go through. Let's go. Week 9 NFL Sunday preview. Here we go. Welcome back to the NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the Week 8 NFL Sunday preview. Obviously, we got a full slate of games, 13 to go through. Yeah, I'll just go through the pregame shows first thing. That of the pregame show is on CBS Sports Network right now. It's been going on for an hour. NFL Game Day Morning, actually 2 hours. NFL Game Day Morning started an hour ago on NFL Network. Again, leading you up to NFL Red Zone or NFL Game Day Live, whatever you want to call it. Sunday NFL Countdown starts right now on ESPN, their version of pregame crap, whatever. Of course, fantasy football insights are on ESPN2 and Peacock, both at 11 a.m. Fox NFL kickoff, Fox NFL Sunday, 11 a.m. and 12 o'clock, reviewing Fox's games, and obviously the NFL today, as at noon on CBS. As always, they do get the doubleheader this week as well. No teams on a bye this week, so we don't have to go through that. Looking at the divisions, obviously Dolphins and Jets jostling for that place. Obviously, Dolphins fall this week. The Bills will take over, but we'll see what that happens. Patriots, of course, looking to win back-to-back games. Jets looking to make it 3 in a row. Of course, we'll get into their game very soon. Chiefs 6-1. They're riding a 6-game winning streak. See if they can make it 7. Who the heck are they playing? Let me think about it. Oh yeah, they're playing the Broncos. Never mind. We'll see what will happen there. Chargers. Yeah, it's a must-win this week. Raiders, on the other hand, yeah, you keep doing your thing. Ravens are barely holding on to first place, but they are. Well, not really. Yeah, Steelers and Browns both probably we'll see what they can do. But again, all these teams are on 2 games win streaks. Jags, of course, won 4 in a row, red hot. We'll see what they can do again in a big game in Pittsburgh. Texans 3-3, Colts 3-4, Titans 2-4 as well. They're probably tanking. Colts and Texans jostling for that second position. Obviously, Texans do have the upper hand there. And the NFC though, pretty simple. Of course, Cowboys Rams has a huge indication on who's going to be a wild card team, stuff like that. Seahawks, of course, riding nice at 4-2. Niners looking to snap that pesky 2-game losing streak, forcing against Cincinnati. Eagles 6-1, obviously have the best record in the NFC and have the number 1 seed. Meanwhile, the Lions, of course, are 5-2 off a bad loss, looking to bounce back. Again, they'll be playing on Monday night. And then the NFC South is a complete crapshoot, obviously, with the Panthers looking at their first win of the season. That's all I got there, guys. Now let's get right into the first game, Patriots-Dolphins. Let's go. Alright, guys, the Patriots come in this one, of course, at 2-5. They got a huge must-win against the Bills last week, of course, at home, 29-25 upset win. Yeah, but they're still 2-5, guys. You gotta realize that. So who knows? Maybe they salvage the season series against the Dolphins too. They have had struggles with ever since they lost back in 2019. What is it called? I mean, well, they've always had struggles in Miami, but yeah, they've really had overall struggles against them since 2019, of course. Where they lost in that must-win game, obviously, to get that as a first-round bye. But yeah, the Dolphins have owned I would say totally owned, but they've basically owned the Patriots since then. Obviously, they've won by double digits the last 3 times they've played them here, so the Patriots trying to snap that streak. I think it was by 9 in 2021. Last year it was by 13, and then 2020 they won by 10. So yeah, all by double digits. This game's at 1 o'clock on CBS. NFL Plus, Paramount Plus are your streaming services for this game. Looking at the announcers for this one, it's going to be Spiro Diaz, Adam Archuleta, and Aditi King Kabbalah. So just like back in 2021, I guess you could say. ESPN Radio, Steve Levy, Harry Douglas, Jeff Darlington on the call. And it is a 9-game Sunday if you didn't know, so just keep that in mind. The weather, it's going to be not 11 a.m., let's say 2. It's going to be partly cloudy. It's going to, there's going to be a lot of wind. It's going to be pretty hot, too, really humid. Not perfect weather for the Patriots, but don't get me confused. It's going to be 100 on the Patriots sideline. It's going to be like nice, cool 60 on the Dolphins sideline. That's all I got for this one, though. Again, it's a division matchup. Dolphins are trying to get the season sweep. Patriots are looking to get another big win. Now let's look at the Patriots. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot about the map. It is in green, so yeah, it's all the Northeast, the depths of Florida, and also, like, for some reason, some random part of Alabama. Of course, for Tua. And then we're going to restart this, but Mac Jones at quarterback, Billy Zappi is his backup with Ramondre Stevenson, Zeke Elliott, Ty Montgomery in the backfield. Kendrick Bourne, Davante Parker, Juju at receiver. Oh, that's cool. What is it called? Oh, let's go. Commanders, please lose. You know, my bad, the Giants, I guess Daniel Jones won't play, which makes sense. Either way, though, Hunter Henry, Micah Gesicki, Trey Nixon, Tyron Wheatley Jr., Riley Reif, Daniel Alucali, whatever, Matt Judon, Raycon McMillan, Therese Hall, Isaiah Bullen, Christian Gonzalez, Marcus Jones, all on IR. Which, what is called Trent Brown being questionable. Ladarian Lowe and Calvin Anderson are both out, though. Cole Strange, David Andrews, City Stowe, and Mike on when we're all healthy, though. DJ Rice Jr. is questionable. Same thing with Keanu White, Christian Barmore, Sam Roberts could start. Devon Goddard, Lawrence Guy Jr., Senior are both healthy, though. Marte Mapu with Chris Board off the edge as well as Anthony Jenkins, Josh Uche out another week. Jelani Tavai and Juwan Bentley are the middle linebackers with Jonathan Jones being questionable. Jack Jones, J.C. Jackson, Ellis Brino there. Sean Wade's also questionable with Kyle Duggar. Joe Peppers, Jalen Mills, Adrian Phillips at safety with Chad Allen doing the kicking, Bryce Behringer doing the punting, Miles Bryan and Tom Garmer the returners with Joe Cardano doing the long snapping. What the hell? Okay, for the Dolphins, do a quarterback. Ramondre Stevenson's questionable. Jeff Wilson Jr. is finally back and healthy. Devon Achane, River Craycraft, Zeke Vanderberg, Isaiah Wynn, Teron Armstead, and yeah, those guys are all on IR. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson Jr., receiver, Durham Smythe, Julian Hill, at tight end, Alec Ingold is questionable, Kendall Lamb, Liam Eichenberg, Connor Williams questionable, again, probably Robert Jones or someone's going to start there. Robert Hunt and Austin Jackson across the defensive line with Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis, Zach Sealer at defensive line, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Andrew Van Ginkel, Mino Agua off the edge with David Long Jr., Jerome Baker, a linebacker. Both starting, Jalen Ramsey is expected to play, even though they say he's questionable. Yeah, I'm going to say he's going to play. Jalen Ramsey's going to be back for this game. Xavier Howard is questionable. Eli Apple, Cater KL, both at corner, though. Cam Smith and Nick Needham, both questionable. Javon Holland's also questionable. Elijah Campbell behind him. Sean Elliott's also at safety. Jason Sanders, Jake Bailey, kicker punter. Braxton Berrios, Blake Ferguson are the returner. Crap. I don't even know what the heck to say there. Let's get right into the Patriots keys to the game. All right, Patriots offensive. I said 4+ first downs per drive in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, that is 40 yards per drive. I really think that if they're going to win this football game, they're going to have to pick up a pretty good chunk of yards in, like, a good amount of time. At least in the first half. They're going to have a really strong first half to win this one. They got to have the ball a ton, too. They got to really honestly, deflate Gate again. Ramondre Stevenson, 200+ total yards. I think he has to have a monster game. I think last week was a really good stepping point to have that. And Mac has to outplay Tua. The Pats have lost 3 games straight all by double digits to the Dolphins. Partly because Mac stunk it up in those games, and also the fact that, I mean, let's be honest, like, the Patriots are going to have a tough time stopping that passing game overall. But the best thing they can do is Mac is going to have to make some big throws, and that's what I think he's going to have to do. Defensively, though, play a super soft zone show. You don't really have a guy who can actually truly play man on this team right now. That's not good, but yeah. Had Jack Jones and Jonathan Jones trade off Tyreek Hill and Jabril Peppers bracketing on every play. Jabril Peppers will be able to do that. I have no concern actually of them being able to keep them from getting deep. It's just like the Jack Jones and Jonathan Jones. Even if Jonathan Jones doesn't play, one of those guys has to be able to keep guys from running free over the middle. And as the edge rushers play contained and dropping flat hard zones on 35% of their snaps, again, they can drop there. It'll make it really hard for Tua to throw those screens and those underneath passes, which, of course, get the deep stuff going. Now let's look at the Dolphins. And for Miami, 5+ 40-yard plays, that's a lot, but I really think if they can just get this game into a track meet, this game will be an absolute, monster blowout, which I think is what they do need. Tua needs to take a couple of shots as well. That kind of goes along with big plays. 30+ points. They can do that. And, yeah, I do think Jalen Waddle has a long yak touchdown like he did back in 2022, like last year. Offensively, though, Jalen Phil, 4+ pressures in the third quarter, really out of the half. I just want to see him guys just basically say enough is enough. If it does come to the case, and he can just basically dominate. Bradley Chubb, 1.5+ sacks. I think he can do this one, and this one at least. He'll have some good matchups. And David Howard filling in on Kendrick Bourne. Again, Jamin Howard just has to basically make sure that Kendrick Bourne doesn't make a ton of plays because Jalen is building back up, obviously, because, again, if Jalen Ramsey doesn't play, then he doesn't, but if he does play, he'll be really rusty. I'll also like that, because he doesn't play, I mean, not really rusty, he'll be rusty, though, and obviously, there really isn't a number 1 corner in the league. I mean, Pat Surtain's been pretty decent, not really this year, and there really hasn't been, again, you could argue Kel Weathers been the Rams guy, has been the best corner this year. And honestly, Deron Bland's actually been the best corner, which we'll get to later. But yeah, Jalen Ramsey, he could actually take this spot right back because it's wide open. Now let's look at the Jets and Giants. Yeah, Battle of the Big Apple, whatever you want to call this thing. It's a massive game. And it is a battle for the Big Apple, obviously. The Jets and Giants meeting for the first time in 4 years. And this game isn't as much as a toilet as it was back in 2019, obviously being what these teams have combined 3 wins in Week 10, which is a tank bowl, if you didn't know. But now, it is not a Big Apple tank bowl in this one. Of course, the Jets are looking high after coming off their bye, obviously. Of course, before the bye, in the Big Apple, obviously being this game, being against the Eagles, they pull off that upset. So we'll see again what they can do off the bye, though. Jonathan had 2-5. That game was really bad last week, but of course they did figure out a way to win, and of course snapping that 4-game losing streak. But yeah, offensively they're going to probably play a little better than they did last week against the Commanders. Again, this game is as well as at 1 o'clock on CBS and plus Paramount Plus or your streaming services for this game. Daniel Jones isn't expected to start, so it will be Tyrod Taylor against the Jets, who I think he has a decent amount of success against in the past. Obviously, though, when they met back in 2019, it was a battle of the passing game. Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones were both forced to throw a lot, and they both actually did a really good job. Of course, Daniel Jones did throw 4 touchdowns, maybe a pick, something like that. Sam Darnold did have a cleaner game, though, and yeah, the Jets won 34-17, 27. Good note, though, what is called, Saquon had honestly, outside of that Steelers game, no, even worse than that, 15 carries, 6 yards. How about this? Back in 2019, in this game, Saquon had 13 carries for 1 yard, 0.1 yards per carry. I'm not making that up. Also, Le'Veon Bell sucked, too. So that's some context for this one as well. Looking at the announcers for this one, Andrew Catalan, Tiki Barker, Matt Ryan, and AJ Ross. Wouldn't be surprised if they just stayed here for the whole week because, I mean, they called the game last week before it was at live. It is in blue. It's going to be most of the D.C. area. I mean, I'm not the D.C. area. All New York's getting this game, basically, and also going into Philly and stuff. So it makes sense that, actually not much of the country is actually getting this game. I think, honestly, it might be the least amount overall. I'm gonna honestly, maybe not as much as the green or blue. Which one has less? Honestly, I think it is blue. That's what I got there, though. Looking at the weather, though, it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna rain and it's gonna be really humid and it's gonna be kind of cold. It's gonna suck and yeah. This is going to be kind of a toilet game, even though these teams are somehow delusionally thinking they're still in it. Now let's look at the Giants starting lineup. For the Giants, Daniel Jones is out. Tyler Taylor again will start. Saquon and Matt Breida in the backfield. Deion Jackson's actually in this team now. What is called Darius Slay and Jalen Hyatt and Wanda Robinson receiver. Darren Waller is questionable. Daniel Bellinger behind him. Darren Waller, my bad. Bryce Ford, Wheaton, Chris Myrick. What is it called? Yeah, I think that's it. Shane Lemieux, J.C. Eisenhower, Joshua Zudu, Matt Pert. What is called? Gerard Davis, Aziz Ojolari, all on IR. Again, Andrew Thomas is doubtful. Thomas Sweeney is out. Just who could start again at left tackle. Ben Bredesen, John Michael Smith Jr., Evan Neal, both questionable. Tyree Phillips and Ben Bredesen are there. Backups, I don't even know. Maybe Marcus Keithan with, what is called Mark Lewinsky also there. Sean Harlow is still probably the only backup that won't get any playing time. Oh, they do have Joshua Miles on this team now, though. Ashawn Robinson, Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence are the defensive linemen. Kevin Thibodeau is questionable. Boogie Basham behind him, as well as Ocean Jimenez and Jihad Ward. McFadden, Bobby Okereke are the linebackers with Dory Jackson being questionable, Trey Hawkins behind him. Deontay Banks also there, Aaron Robinson is out, David McKinney, Jason Pinnock at safety. Graham Gano is their kicker, Jimmy Gillen's their punter, Gunnar Olszewski is their returner, and Casey Crider's their long snapper with, also Eric Gray is on IR as well as Gary Brightwell, yeah. For the Jets, Zach Wilson, the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, Kenny Yeboah, DeWine Brown, Elijah Vera Tucker, Bradley Anai, Fede Odiengbo, Malik Hall, Justin Hardy, Chuck Clark, Javelin Guidry, all on IR. Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook in the backfield, who's probably not going to play because he's going to get traded. Michael Carter also in the backfield. Garrett Wilson, Loudon Lazard, and Randall Cobb is questionable. Irvin Charles is doubtful. Xavier Gibson will probably get some snaps there. Ty Conklin, CJ Uzomah at tight end. Nick Bowden is the fullback. Is your fullback. Mekhi Becton, Laken Thompson, Connor McGovern, Joe Tippmann is out. You'll probably see Xavier Newman. More likely Wes Schweitzer start. We'll have to wait and see there. Max Mitchell's the right tackle. Defensively, you've got John Franklin Myers, Bryce Huff, Carl Lawson, Jermaine Johnson off the edge. With Will McDonald, the fourth, on questionable. Quentin Johnson, Quentin Williams are the defensive tackles. Jamin Sherwood, what is called T.J. Mosley. Quincy Williams at the linebacker with Sauce Gardner. DJ Reed, Brandon Eccles at corner. Mike Carter is questionable. Jordan White, Tony Adams at safety. Greg Zerlin, your kicker, Thomas Morris, your punter, Dave Gibson's your returner, and Thomas Hennessy, your long snapper. And for the Jets, I want Zach Wilson throwing 2+ touchdowns in this game, or 2+ touchdowns in any form. Garrett Wilson, 7+ targets as well. Give him the football more, Zach. You can do it. And have Mekhi Becton kick out on pitches for Breece Hall and pulls him on the ISO rotations that take place on the boots with Zach. Okay, that's a lot to take in there, but first things first, yeah, Mekhi Becton does need to kick more on those boots because, again, on those boots. Pitches to Breece Hall because, again, he could have so many more yards there. Again, he's really good on those. Of course, he had the 70-something yard touchdown against the Broncos, but, yeah, just do that. And also, pulling on those ISO rotations is something that I definitely think they could do better there. I don't know why the frick they're doing with Nick Bowden. He's just not blocking super well, at least on those. So, yeah, just use Mekhi Becton there again. It's a little risky, but if they can get that going, they can hit some bigger runs, and obviously Zach Wilson on those boots would be good for him as well, too. Jets defense don't get lit up by the Giants receivers. Basically, just don't get burned by Jalen Hyatt. And no Saquon big plays. Best case, he gets 0.1 yards per carry from 119. I still can't believe that happened. And, yeah, keep down front. He only runs goes. Yeah, that's kind of simple. That's a lot, though, and obviously keep going. Contain Leonard Williams up the gut. Again, last week he just blew up every single run like a minute tried to run. Don't let that happen again with your, what is it called? Yeah, what am I saying? This is actually for, their Jets offense. I don't know what happened there. But either way, yeah, that's so offensively, yeah, contain Leonard Williams up front, the gut basically for the Jets, and Dexter offensively, and obviously Dexter Lawrence gets a lot of attention. Yeah, they don't have to do that anyway. So over the Jets now, let's look at the Giants. And now for the Giants, Jalen Hyatt, I honestly, again, giving him a 75-yard bomb chance to start the gate, open the game, would set the tone and also give them a good chance for Saquon to actually get going early. And yeah, he's got to have better than at least better than a yard per carry. And obviously, maybe he gets more than 1 yard. Darren Waller, 3 plus touchdowns as well. I don't care that he's hurt. He'll go on the field and still play. 3 plus touchdowns there. Defensively, basically imagine that Zach Wilson's head is the big apple. Even if you don't play in New York, but I want just the pass rush just got to absolutely just murder Zach. So what I got there. Let's look at the Falcons and Titans. Yeah, this game sucks. Oh god, this game sucks. Like, this is a really bad game. Yeah, so the Falcons traveled to Nashville for the first time since 2015. Well, let's look at that game. Oh, holy crap. Yeah, that could be the final score of this game. I'm not even kidding. Like, this game is so bad. The good news for the Falcons, though, is they better take shots, because this Titans secondary is not going to be good in this game. Obviously, the Falcons are 4-3 coming into this one. That was a bad win against the Bucs. They're not a very good team, in my opinion. Their offense is just, I mean, when they run the football, they're cool, but, like, they don't, when they do run it. Not like what I mean by that as well. And obviously, defensively, they're good, but, like, they should be. Yeah, that's all I'll put it. Like, yeah, they've got a good defense. Titans, on the other hand, their defense is kind of meh, and their offensive line is terrible. They don't have a good receiver, and, yeah, Ryan Tannehill is hurt, and it'll be Malik Willis and the Mayo Man, Will Levis type of game. I'm going to be honest, I think Will Levis will at least throw a couple pick sixes in this one, so that could be interesting. But yeah, this game should be really low scoring and really boring. The game's at 1 o'clock at CBS, NBL plus Paramount plus our streaming services for this game. Announcing it, thank God, will be Beth Mowens. She'll make it interesting. James Lawson, Jay Feely, and Adam Gutierrez are all, like, basically college announcers at this point. And Sports US Radio doesn't even know who the heck's going to call this game, because, I mean, this game sucks. And, of course, let that sped up, and obviously it being in yellow, it'll be all of the Southeast. So, you get this game, I feel bad for you. And the weather, it's going to not be then, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be actually pretty decent, 71 degrees, so not great there, but yeah, decent wind, it's going to be cloudy. This game's just going to be awful, that's all I'll say. Like, I do not recommend watching this game. Time for the Falcons starting lineup. For the Falcons, Desmond Ridder, quarterback, Taylor Heineke is his backup, Bijan and Tyler Algier in the backfield, Avery Williams, Josh Ali, Matt Hennessy, Ethan Greenidge, and then on the Kungbo, Denji, Troy Anderson, and Kenny, whatever that guy's name is, are all on IR. Drake London, Van Jefferson, Matt Collins, the receiver, Kyle Pitts, John Smith at tight end, with Keith Smith at fullback, Jake Mathis, Matthew Bergeron, Drew Dahlman, Chris Lindstrom, and Caleb McGarrett across the offensive line, with Calais Campbell, David Onyemata, Grady Jarrett at what is called defensive line, what is called Arnold McKinney, Buddy Priest questionable, Lorenzo Carter will probably start there, and D'Angelo Malone's also there. Tay Davis is out. Kane Ellis, Nate Landman are the linebackers, AJ Terrell, D. Alford, Trey Hawk, Flowers, and Matt Jeff Okuda at corner, Jesse Bates III, Richie Grant at safety. Young Okua kicker, Bradley Penny's questionable puncher, D. Alford, Cordell Patterson at kicker, a returner, my bad. And Liam McCullough is the long snapper. For the Titans, Ryan Tannehill going us out. It'll be the Will Levis and Malik Willis type of game. Is Will Levis going to start? Who is going to start? That's all I want to know. Who is going to start that game? We'll have to wait and see. Derrick Henry, Tyjae Spears in the backfield, DeAndre Hopkins, Traylon Burks, Nick Westbrook receiver, Kyrus Jackson, Hassan Haskins, Shaquille Brown, whatever, I don't even know how to pronounce the guy's name. Taylor Stallworth and Mike Brown are all on IR. I will say this, though, I probably will say Malik Willis will start, just because, like, he actually started games, and the Mayo Man's never even taken a snap at quarterback, well, in the NFL at least. Chicago, Trayvon West, go tight end. Josh Wiley is out. Down Dillard, Pete Skoronski, Aaron Brewer, Dana Brunskill, and Chris Webber across the offensive line with Jeffrey Simmons, here charged Nico Autry across the offensive line. Naquan Jones is questionable. Harold Landry and Arden Key off the edge with Aziz Ojolari and Jack Gibbons, the linebacker. Travis Gibson's also there. He's actually been pretty decent this year, even though he only has 1 sack. Whatever. What is it called? Sean Murphy, Vontae Christian, so full in the corner. Rodden Curry's out, as well as Caleb Farley, of course. Monty Hooker, Charles Otterman for the safeties. Again, Trellman is not a free safety, guys. He is the most strong of strong safeties in the league. And Christian Fulton's not playing that well this year, and they don't have a slot right now. So, yeah, it could be a little cooked this week. And obviously, Nick Folk, Brian Stonehouse, the kicker, Connor, Kyle Phillips, Tyjae Spears are the returners. Julius Chestnut is on IR, and Morgan Cox is the long snapper. All right, for the Falcons, run the ball 50-plus times. Please, just run the ball on every play until they stop it. You watched, again, the Titans back in Week 6 against the Ravens. They did not play the run that well. And 3-plus shots off of that with Desmond Ridder. Desmond's got to be able to hit some of those deep throws again. Terrell Edmonds is not a free safety. That's all I'll have to say there. Defensively, though, 9-man boxes. Yes, make them not do that. And, yeah, make any quarterback throw to Kyle Phillips because he is not good. And put on third down to hell and back because, again, the quarterbacks are terrible at throwing the football. That's all. And, again, you will get a pick six at one point in this game. It'll happen. Now let's look at the Titans. All right, I'm going to be honest. If they lose this game and Derrick Henry gets 40-plus touches and, like, 500 total yards, I'm good with it. And, yeah, they got to score more than 20 points for Lance. I mean, like, guys, you're so bad. Defensively, your secondary is screwed without Kevin Byard. I mean, I would say they're screwed, but because they actually do still have some talent. It's just the problem they don't have free safety that can actually play over the top. Because Kevin Byard, he masked a lot of the issues that, like, Sean Murphy-Bunting, forget playing press coverage this week. So I guess just lean on Jefferson and Nico Autry because, again, they're two of the best interior defense linemen in the league at least. So, yeah, at least passers-wise. Plus, Harold Landry, to basically get pressure on every play, he can do that. Just beat, whoever he goes against. And kill Desmond as well. You got to, again, hit after hit will actually give you a shot there. Now let's look at the Saints and Colts, guys. Yeah, another boring game. I mean, honestly, this game could be pretty good. And the Saints travel to Indy for the first time since 2015. I'm not looking up that score. Obviously, the Colts, last time they played the Saints was when Drew Brees set the single breaking Payne's passing touchdown record, of course, setting this single game completion percentage. Honestly, probably the most memorable quarterback performance I've seen in a long time. Was it like 96.7%, something like that? He only had one completion. Colts obviously don't want to remember that. That basically knocked him out of playoff contention as well. This game, though, obviously the Saints come loose on 3-4. After the 2-0 start, they've lost 4 or 5. I think most of them have been pretty close. But, yeah, obviously they lost by 17 to the Bucks in one of those. Their offense has been wildly inconsistent, obviously. Outside of the pick six that Derek Carr threw last week, he actually was pretty decent. Allen Bounce, they're coming off the, basically mini bye. They should be refreshing this one. Colts, on the other hand, 3-4. Again, kind of a mess. They, of course, lost back-to-back games, an ugly fashion, of course, with that Jags game. Actually, 4 turnovers for Gardner Minshew on both of those games. I think, something like that, yeah. Gardner Minshew actually, I think, has 8 turnovers in the past 2 games. So, yeah. But obviously, the offense has scored, what is it? They scored a lot of points overall, the past couple weeks, whatever. But yeah, they're kind of a mess. Defensively, they're going to have to look to obviously bounce back as well. This game's at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus. Not CBS, Fox. NFL on 1 o'clock on Fox. Fox Sports App, NFL Plus are streaming services for this game as well. Fox has 5 games in the 1 o'clock window, which is a ton if you didn't know. Looking at it, though, it is in, what is it called? I'll go all the way down here. Okay, we got Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez, and Laura Oakman on the call. So it is a B game, I think. Something like that. Whatever, it's a game. I'll put it like that. It's in Orange, and not much of the country at all is getting this game. Basically, just Indiana, obviously Indy, and yeah, the Louisiana, and then southeast. What is that? Mississippi and southwest Alabama are getting this game. So yeah, now this is definitely the game that is getting the least amount of the country. Who knows? Maybe it'll go. Maybe it'll be good. Now let's get into the Saints starting lineup. All right, for the Saints, Derek Carr, quarterback, Taysom Hill, questionable. Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams in the backfield. Chris Olave, Michael Thomas, my bad, and Rashid Shaheed, receiver. Benjamin, Trey Turner, Adam Prentice. I didn't forget him this time. Peyton Turner, Andrew Dowell are all on IR. Oh yeah, you could see Keith Kirkwood, bro. He hasn't. Has he been a catch? He has 1 catch. Let's go, Keith. Let's go. Juwan Jennings, receiver again. Jimmy Graham's also questionable. Juicers is out. Anders Pete is questionable, as well as Max Garcia. Trevor Penning, you will probably see. Eric Coy, Cesar Ruiz, and Ryan Ramchick across the defensive line. Cameron Jordan, Carl Granderson, Kalen Saunders, and Nathan Shepard across the defensive line with Pete Warner, Demario Davis being questioned for DeMarco Jackson, or Ty Summers, or Nifai, so I don't even know. Someone will start there. If he can't go, and obviously Zach Bond, linebacker as well. Paulson Dable, Marshall Lattimore, Isaac Adam corner with J.G. Gray and Alontae Taylor being questionable at DB. And, of course, starters, both Marcus May and Tyrann Mathieu have been dealing with injuries. They're both questionable. Jordan Howland and Lonnie Johnson are behind them. Blake Grupe is the kicker. Lou Hadley's the punter. Rashid Shaheed the returner. And Zach Woods the long snapper. For the Colts, Gardner Minshew, quarterback, Anthony Richardson, Evan Hull, Danny Pinter, Jake Witt, Ashton Dolan, Grover Stewart, Jernard Avery, Titus Leo, Dallas Flowers, Daniel Scott, all on IR. With JT, Zach Moss is questionable, Trey Sermon also in the backfield with Michael Pittman Jr., Josh Jones, and Alex Pierce, the receiver. Kyle Granson's out. Drew Ogletree will probably start. Bernard Raymond, Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries. Blake Freeland could start. He probably will. Yeah, he will. With Brandon Smith being out. You will see, though, Kwity Paye, with Samson Abucom, Deo Obiangbo, and Tyquan Lewis off the edge. Johnny, whatever this guy's name is, I cannot pronounce that, bro. That is the most unpronounceable name ever. He will probably start because Stephen Ryan's been bad, and obviously DeForest Buckner there as well. Eric Johnson is questionable, as well as Shaq Leonard. Zaire Franklin and EJ Speed at linebacker. Kenny Moore, Dale Baker Jr., Jalen Johnson, Jones at corner. Tony Brown is questionable. Juju Brents is out. Again, Jalen Jones will probably start. More like, I don't even know, Daryl Baker Jr. Julian Blackman, Rodney Thomas also at corner. Safety with Matt Gay at kicker. Roberto Sanchez is your punter. Isaiah McKenzie your returner. And Luke Rose is your long snapper. Alright, in regards to the Saints offense, Chris Olave, 4+ targets between the numbers. Derek Carr's got to stop trying to hit those throws. Like, he's not going to run the routes that are get throws that are out of bounds, bro. You got to at least give him some enticing to catch the ball. Michael Thomas, 10+ targets. Please don't have him catch balls like right over the middle where he gets absolutely laid. Just don't let that happen. Alvin Kamara as well, 120+ rush yards, big game, and 30+ points. I think this is the week again. This is all doable. You're playing on a defense that has not been good this year. Let's see it happen. Defensively, keep Minshew in the pocket. Do not let him start rolling out, whether it's good or bad for you. In some ways it is, but in other ways it's not. You don't want the bad stuff. 2+ sacks in the fourth quarter as well. Again, getting after him late will help you guys win. Obviously, Cam Jordan, 40+% pass rush winner. Again, he's going to go up against probably Bernard Raym. See what happens there. And again, the backup tackle, of course, Braden Smith out. And obviously, a lot of Taylor getting a pick would help even if he doesn't play. Colts defense now. Oh, offense, my bad. And the biggest thing for the Colts, obviously, is Gardner Minshew not turning over the football. If he's at least able to do that, they should be good. JT, 4+ first downs. Again, whatever the means, not necessary. Obviously, Josh Downs, 5+ targets in the second half as well. Getting the ball more in the second half. You watch that offense. They just I wouldn't say they fell asleep, but they definitely were in the same group in that second half because the fact that he was getting less targets. And under 3 sacks allowed as well. Yeah, the offensive line, that's not going to be easy, but it should be, again, less pressure. Grover Stewart's not playing. That's basically, Taven Bryan's just terrible. Why is he still in the league, guys? Like, actually. But the Forest Bucker does need to bounce back. Quiddy Pay, 2+ pressures in the per quarter. Consistent pressure shoots from him. And obviously, Juju Brents won't actually have to do that because, again, he's out. Bro, why is he out? I really don't know. But, yeah, that's kind of what I got there. Now let's look at the Texans Panthers, of course. Winless Panthers against, CJ Stroud. Alright, and it is the battle of number 2, top whatever picks, whatever you want to call it. CJ Stroud and the Texans, who have had a very surprising season so far. Of course, CJ Stroud, only 1 pick on the season. He's looked really good. The Texans are in a really good spot coming this one against the Panthers, of course, on the road. At least, no, they're home for this one. Where they, of course, are still winless, and their defense has been really bad the past 2 weeks, giving up at least 42 points in both those games. And obviously, Bryce Young he's gone through the ringer. Definitely not, basically polar opposite to CJ Stroud. This game as well is 1 o'clock on Fox Sports App, NFL Plus, YouTube TV, our private streaming services for this game. And as well, these two teams met back in 2019, I think. Yeah, in Houston, and the Panthers actually surprised everyone, won 16-10. And again, this will probably be a similar type of score, but I doubt that the Panthers, I don't know, maybe they win. Well, yeah, they're still winless, though. Looking at the announcers for this one, and it'll be Brandon Goddard, Robert Smith, and Jen Hale, so it is a definite C game. Looking at the map, it is in blue, light blue, teal, whatever you want to call that. I don't even know that, again. Really light blue. Turquoise, I think that's what it is. Yeah, you got Carolina and very south, very west, and east, southeast, whatever you want to call that. What is it called? Texas. So yeah, that again, both North and South Carolina, and then whatever you want to call that. So yeah, and of course looking at the weather, it's gonna be 80 degrees. Some decent wind, nothing crazy, and obviously it's gonna be really sunny. So yeah, expect the hot one for the Texans. Obviously, that's what I got there. Now let's look at their starting lineup. And for the Texans, CJ Stroud, quarterback Davis Mills is backup Damian Pierce, and Devin Singletary in the backfield. Nico Collins, Robert Woods is out, Tank Dell, and Noah Brown, a receiver. Dolan Schultz, Teague, Quincy Aaron on tight end. Brevin Jordan is out. Andrew Beck, fullback. Laramie Tunsil, tight Howard's questionable. Josh Jones behind him. Jared Patterson, Shaq Mason, George Fan across the offensive line with Titus Howard again being questionable, and Charlie Heck is out. What is called Jesse Matthews, Juice Scruggs, Keelan Zaire, Kendrick Green, Derek Stanley Jr., and Eric Murray all on IR with Will Anderson, Jonathan Grenard, Jerry Hughes, and off the edge with Malik Collins. Sean Rankins is out. Kurt Anderson will probably start. Maybe Khalil Davis. We'll have to wait and see. Henry 202, Denzel Perryman, and Blake Hatton are the linebackers with Shaq Griffin, Kader Hallman, Tabir Thomas, Steven Nelson in corner, Jimmy Ward, Jalen Petrie are the safeties with Kyle Fanning. During the kicking, Cameron Johnson at punter with Tank Dell, Devin Singletary at returner, and of course John Weeks doing the long snapping. And for the Panthers, Bryce Young is healthy, so he'll start. Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Adam Thielen, D.J. Shark Jr., Jonathan Mingo at receiver. Laviska Shenault Jr. is out. Hayden Hurst, Tommy Trumbull at tight end. Ian Thomas, Brady Christensen, Turner Gross, Shaq Thompson, my bad. Henry Anderson, Marcus Haynes Jr., Jeremy Chin, and J.C. Horn all on IR with Ikev Ukwanu, Calvin Throckmorton, Bradley Bozeman, Austin Corbett, Taylor Moten is questionable. Ricky Lee is behind him. Deshaun Williams, Shai Tuttle, Derek Barner are the healthy defensive linemen. Brian Burns being questionable off the edge. You definitely will see Justin Houston, obviously, with Amari Barno probably getting some snaps as well. Of course, the 6th round pick out of Oregon. What it's called, Chandler Wooden, what the hell? Frankie Louvu, Cam McGregor, both other linebackers, both questionable. I don't know what else to say there, guys. Like, that's a complete crapshoot there. Maybe you see Deion Jones. Dante Jackson, DeParkey Boodle, whatever that guy. Who is this dude, bro? I've never heard of this dude. I watched Nebraska, too. I've never heard of that guy. Troy Hill and C.J. Henderson also both there. Von Bell's out. Alex Cook. Bro, who is this dude, guys? What are these players? Like, actually, I don't know who these guys are. Sam Franklin Jr. will definitely start there because no one in the world saying Alex Cook, bro. This guy was just spawned in. Like, what the heck? Xavier Woods is also questionable, bro. Matthias Farley, at least I know who that is. Eddie Pinheiro is your kicker. Johnny Hecker's your punter. Rasheed Blackshear, Amir Smith, Marcetta are your receivers, with J.J. Jansen at least being the long snapper. For the Texans, CJ Stroud, 2+ touchdowns in the first half. Again, him getting off to a good start is good. Yeah, Robert Woods is not playing. Damian Harris, please one decent run guy. It's against the Panthers, please. And Shaq Mason, better penetration on 3rd and short. Yeah, he hasn't been good there this year, which has been his, like, I won't say specialty, but one of his strengths earlier. So, yeah, that would be good if you can get that going. And actually, Jonathan Garrard getting 5+ QB hits is a big part of this defense generating pressure. Just get after the quarterback. Triple Adam Thielen, he is their only reliable receiver. All I need to say, in a second half shutout should be expected, guys. Like, you're playing the freaking Panthers. Now let's look at those Panthers. All right, score 20+. Like, you've actually been able to do that the past 2 weeks. So I want to see if you can do it again. And yeah, 100+ total rushing yards. They really started to run the football this year. The offensive line has to be better. And 33+ minutes of possession. Just get the ball for longer than you have. Dante Jackson not getting torched. He has been burner than burnt toast this year. Brian Burns, 70+% block shot run rate. He hasn't been getting off blocks as well this year. That's got to be something that's better there. And obviously, under 3 big plays allowed in the fourth. Killed them last week, and obviously, not last week, 2 weeks ago. And Fenderson being fresh, you get a little more juice to being interference, not interference, whatever. Being able to interfere with some of those passes that are thrown to him. Now let's get the Eagles Commanders, guys. Oh yeah, please Commanders, please lose this damn game by like a lot, please. I want Chase Young so bad. And the Eagles look to get their 2nd straight bounce win, obviously coming into what is called the Washington, whatever you want to call this, territory. Of course, going up against the Commanders, who, what happened last year here? Oh wait, let me think about this. Oh yeah, they actually had a really good defensive game, and yeah, it was dominant. They were able to win 24-8. And they actually have had some pretty good games here the past couple of years. Obviously, they won 20-16 and 2021, where Jalen Hurts almost got murdered by that railing falling off. Again, the back 2020, we don't talk about that, though. So, yeah, the Eagles, again, have had some success here. But then again, this is maybe an upset game. But yeah, the Eagles are looking really pretty now, obviously, with that big win against the Dolphins. But, hey, they won it last road game. They won in the MetLife, and that they looked like they were getting high in MetLife, just all to say. But, yeah. This game, though, Eagles, of course, coming in the 6-1, Commanders 3-4. Of course, bad loss. Only scored 7 points against the Giants. Messy game. But, hey, they have been able to prove to beat the Eagles in the past. So we'll see what happens in this one. Game's at 1 o'clock on Fox. And plus, Fox Sports Network streaming services for this game. Announcing it will be... Oh, yeah. Chris Myers, Mark Sherwood, and Christina Pink. So it is a B game. Looking at the map, it is in green. So, basically, yeah, this area, DC area, obviously going into, obviously, Pennsylvania. Part of New York for whatever reason. And, again, this random strip in Alabama. Oh, yeah, Jalen Hurts. Duh. That's what I got there, guys. Yeah, let's get, oh, yeah, my bad, the weather, too. I forgot about that. Mostly cloudy, not much wind, a little humid, 73 degrees. Nice day in Philly. Not Philly, my bad. What is it, Maryland? Here for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, quarterback. Jalen Hurts, 10th game in the backfield. Adrian Brown, Devontae Smith, Alamighty, Zacchaeus, receiver. Quez Watkins, Roderick Johnson, Cam Jurgens, Sean Bradley, Avante Maddox, Justin Evans, all on IR. With Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll, tight end, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Sua Opeta, and Lane Johnson across the offensive line. Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett off the edge, Jordan Davis, questionable. Jalen Carter again will probably get any playing time as well. Bunch of college hosts there. Zach Cunningham, Kobe Dean, Hassan Reddick, Nolan again also off the edge there. And obviously James Bradbury, Josh Jobe, Darius Slay at corner with Reed Blankenship, Kevin Byard at safety. Bradley Roby is out. Bro, why isn't he playing free safety? Reed Blankenship is bad. Whatever though. Jake Elliott, Braden Manor, the kicker and punter. Well, he's not bad, but whatever. Brendan Conley, Boston Scott, and Rick Lovato are the long snapper. Crap. I don't really know, bro. I don't want to talk about the Eagles. They're too good. Middle of the Commanders, Sam Howell, quarterback, Ryan Robertson Jr., Antonio Gibson in the backfield with Terry McLaurin, John Dotson, Carter Samuels, questionable. Dami Brown will probably get playing time anyway. Dax Milne, Brayden Daniels, Shaq Charles, Curtis Brooks, David Bada, Shaq and Tony, Cody Barton, Troy Apke, Derek Forrest, Jeremy Reeves, all on IR. Curtis Samuel again is questionable. Logan Thomas, John Bates, tight end. Alex Armour's the fullback. Charles Leonard Jr., Rick what the heck? Stromberg. I want Chris Paul to start. Like, bro, he'd be so good if he can. Super athletic, but yeah. Nick Gates, Sam Cosby, and Andrew Weiler across the rest of the offensive line. Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Casey 2-0, James Williams off the edge with Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen being the defensive tackles. Kaliki Hudson, David Mayo, and Jamin Davis for the linebackers with Kendall Fuller, Danny Johnson, Jermaine Forbes, and Benjamin St. Juste being at corner. Percy Butler and Cameron Curl, the safeties. Joey Sly is your kicker, your punter, Trust Way, James Crowder, Anthony Gibson, your returners, with Cameron Cheeseman at long snapper. And for the Eagles offensively, Jalen Hurts, 80-plus rushing yards. Again, him getting some big plays on the ground again, I think will help them again start generating those big plays through the game. Devontae Smith, three-plus big plays like last year, and he just absolutely torched that secondary. Maybe not the same numbers, but we'll have to wait and see. And actually, Durani's Swift, 150-plus total yards, getting him back in that offense again will probably be a good thing. Defensively, they'll blitz them every play, bro. Every single play. They cannot block you one way or another. And have Kevin Byard play one high the whole goddamn game. Every single snap, Kevin Byard just chilling up there, basically having fun. That's what I want to see there. Now let's look at the Commanders. And for the Commanders, max protect on third down. You cannot let any pressure get in there because, yeah, you're screwed if that happens. And, yeah, 35-plus rushing attempts as well. Get the running game going, obviously. 20-plus points. That's just so you keep this game close. And 3-plus starts for Terry McLaurin outside fades. He's been good there this season. Again, his whole career, like, he will have some shots there. Defensively, though, 9-plus pressures, which, again, that'll probably be harder than you think, but I do think they'll be able to get it. Chase Young, 2-plus sacks. Like, again, he had somewhere around that back in on week 4. But I think that, again, keep it close. And Kendall Fuller, 760 rating, he's got to have a big week. And that's all I got for the Commanders, guys. Let's get into the battle in Lambeau, Vikings and Packers. And the Vikings make their annual trip to Lambeau to face the Packers in a crucial game in the NFC playoff picture. Of course, the Vikings are looking for their 4th straight win after that 1-4 start. Of course, they did lose the first 3 games against a Packers team that were probably to keep it close again, but obviously they're returning home for the first time since week 4 in almost a month. Packers, obviously, they've lost 3 straight. I would say they're pretty desperate at this point. They need to win this football game. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. The Packers are playing bad football. Vikings are playing really good football. They should win it, but guaranteed it'll be close because the Vikings have not played a game that hasn't been decided by 1 score this season. And also the fact Packers did blow them out back in week, 17 last year. Don't think that's going to be the same story. And, of course, the Vikings did upset back in 2020. There's been some crazy games here. The game's at 1 o'clock on Fox. Fox Sports NFL Plus are streaming services for this game. Looking at the announcers, though, it will be Kenny Albert, Jonathan Milmo, Shannon Speaks. I think it's their 3rd team at this point, something like that. Looking at it, though, it is in yellow. The whole entire Midwest is getting this game from all the way in Montana to all the way in Detroit. Yeah, this is a big game for everyone, obviously. The weather in Lambeau, though, it's going to be 41 degrees, a decent amount of wind, but cloudy. It's going to be classic Lambeau weather for this game, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Now let's get right into the Vikings starting lineup. For the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, the quarterback. Jaron Hall is back. Nick Mullins, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Naylor, Olamide Oda, James Lynch, William Kaneknu, I think that's something like that. Marcus Davenport all on IR. With Alexander Madison, Cam Akers in the backfield. Keenan Wangu is out. Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne, and Brandon Powell at receiver. With G. Jackson, Josh Oliver at tight end. Malik Knowles still on the PUP list, something like that. CJ Ham is the fullback. Let's call it Christian Darris, Early Cleveland is questionable. Don't rise to start. Chris Reed's also out, as well as Garrett Bradbury, Ed Ingram, and Brian O'Neill across the defensive line. Dean Lowry, Harrison Phillips, Jonathan Lawler on the defensive lineman. Dino Leonard, DJ Wanham, Andre Cartwright, and Pat Jones, what is called off the edge. Brian Asamoah is out. Ivan Pierce Jr., Jordan Hicks are the linebackers with Caleb Evans, Andrew Booth Jr., Mekhi Blackman, and Connor Murphy Jr. at corner. Cameron Bynum and Harrison Smith, of course, the big safety duo had a massive impact in last week's win. Greg Joseph is your kicker. Your punter is Ryan Wright. What's called Tino Wong will be out. That means Tyler Chandler will be the kick return to the punt returner is Brandon Powell, and the long snapper and Andrew DePaula. For the Packers, Jordan Love, quarterback. Sean Covers is back. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Emmanuel Wilson in the back. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed, receiver. Luke Musgrave is questionable. Tucker Craft, Joshua DeGar, tight end. Rasheed Walker, Elgin Yannis, Josh Bauer is questionable. John Runyon behind him. I would say Rasheed Walker is actually playing pretty decent this year. John Runyon and Zach Taylor also there. David Bakhtiari, Luke Tenuta, Donald Savage, Eric Stokes are both all on IR with Kenny Clark, TJ Slane, Devontae Wyatt across the defensive line with Preston Smith, Rashawn Gary, Kingsley Anagabor, and Lucas Van Ness off the edge. Devondre Campbell's questionable. Isaiah McDuffie behind him. Eric Wilson, Quay Walker also there. Gerald Alexander's questionable. Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine, and Rasul Douglas all corner with Jonathan Owens and Ruby Ford at safety. Andrews Carlson is your kicker. Your punter is Daniel Willman. Jaden Reed and Keyshawn Nixon are the returners with Matt Orzik at long snapper. And the Vikings offense. Kirk Cousins 100 plus passing yards on third down, basically like last week. Build on 10 with a 10-point build a 10-point lead. Again, getting up by double digits, I think, will really put the pressure on that Packers offense, and that's exactly what they want to do. T.J. Hockenson, keep getting him a target. He's literally, like, again, the most reliable receiver. Obviously, Jordan Addison, obviously, there's two. Brown Hill setting at the edge on third down rushing situation. Any sort of rushing situation you need on third down, Brown Hill's got to be the lead blocker there. Again, setting that edge, making it easy for the running backs to get to the outside before they have to start breaking tackles. Defensively, though, 3+ sacks at the first, and get after Jordan Love, get him on the ground. And the secondary pouncing and man, they're going to play man coverage, obviously, but I really want to see Cam Bynum jump on some of those routes after. Again, he's got to be a little not too aggressive, but obviously if he does that, he'll get a pick in this one. Now let's look at the Packers. And for Green Bay, Jordan Love, 20+ completions on first down. He's got to be really good there. Again, that's a lot of completions, but again, he's got to be really good there. Aaron Jones, 2+ touchdowns as well. He's back. Get him the damn football. And 10+ points in the fourth quarter. That's how they'll get to bounce back. Defensively, though, the safeties have to tackle better. They've been bad this season with tackling. It's got to be better. One blindside sack. Again, you want Kirk to have to move around a little there. And double Jordan Addison, too, because otherwise you're going to give him a lot of points and a lot of yards, and it's going to look a lot worse than the 49ers had last week. And, yeah, they don't want another blowout in Lambeau, guys. That can't happen. That's unacceptable. So, all I got for the Packers, again, Packers, guys. Now let's get to the first national game. Oh, yeah, my Rams got a huge game in Dallas. Yeah, huge game for both these teams. Cowboys off their bye, looking to make a big statement against a Rams team that really we don't know how good they are. This game could be a good indicator of it. And it is the NFL on Fox standalone game. It's a huge game for both these teams. Rams at 3-4. Looking, I wouldn't say to keep their season alive, but to give them, like, solid hopes of making having a shot at making the playoffs. Yeah, huge game for them, though, of course, coming this one at 3-4 off a really ugly and just tough loss to the Steelers next week. There's no way around that. Cowboys, of course, coming off their bye, of course, at 4-2. They've been shaky ever since that Week 3 game against the Cowboys, of course, the last two games before their bye. But at home, they've been really good. They've blown every team out. I think they've only had 2 home games. Yeah. They've blown every team out. But what is it, 38-3 and 30-10? Yeah, the Rams are gonna have to step up for this one for sure. They've met last year. The Rams offense really struggled outside that Cooper Kupp, what is called 75-yard touchdown and Tutu Atwell. I think we caught a bomb, something like that. Cowboys offensively, they really outside of the Tony Pollard touchdown, they really didn't do much. I mean, like, the running game was okay, but yeah, Cooper Rush, of course, without Dak in this game, he was just did absolutely nothing, and of course they had to scoop and score too. But yeah, this game's obviously a lot different though. This game's at 1 o'clock on Fox. Fox will have NFL Plus Earth streaming service for this game. Last time the Rams played in Dallas, they got their absolute butts kicked. They lost 44-21 in a huge crucial game back in 2019. But back to the point, announcing this game will be Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, Aaron Anderson, Tom Rinaldi. It is their #1 team, obviously. After game, Fox and no post game, so you want to see all the scores, all the highlights from the other games. That's one way to do it. And I'm looking at the map. It is in red, not as much as the game we're gonna get to later. Well, very soon. But yeah, it's a lot of the country because again, it is America. It is the NFL on Fox, and that's what I got for you guys. Now for them, the Rams starting lineup. For the Rams, Matthew Stafford, a quarterback. Darrell Henderson Jr. will start, as well as Royce Freeman being there. Stetson Bennett being on the non-football reserve injury football reserve list. Really hope he gets better. Hunter Long, Bobby Brown, Jason Taylor, Kyron Williams, Ryan Rivers, all on IR. With Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, 2 hours here. Ben Skronik is questionable. You probably will see a little bit of Austin Turnbull too. Tyler Higbee, Davis Allen, a tight end with Alec Jackson, Steve Avila, Brian Allen, Joe Nopum. Please, for God, Ryan Havenstein playing, bro. If he doesn't play, I'm just going to scream because that's not going to be good. Warren McClellan Jr., though, if he does have to play, we'll have to step up big time. Jonah Williams, Kobe Turner, Aaron Donald, defense. Byron Young, Michael Hoy, Zach Van Valkenburg, and Nick Hampton off the edge, with Ernest Jones being questionable, as always, usually. Troy Reader and Christian Roseboom are both there, linebacker, with Darren Kendrick, Kel Witherspoon, Kobe Durant, and Duke Shelley being in corner, with Jordan Fuller and Russ East at safety. Lucas Herbers, whatever, is the kicker. The punter's Ethan Evans. Austin Turnbull's the returner, and Alex Ward is the long snapper. And for the Cowboys, Dak quarterback, Cooper Rush is his backup, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle in the backfield, as well as Deuce Vaughn. C. Lambert, head coach, Michael Gallup, receiver, Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonmaker, a tight end, David Durden, Matt Washko, Josh Ball, TJ Goodwin, DeMarvin Ocean, LVE, and Traven Drake's all on IR. What is it called? Hunter Lubicki is at fullback, is your fullback. Tyron Smith is questionable, Chuma Aduga, Doga, whatever, behind him. Tyler Smith, Tyler Biadasz, Biada's whatever. Zach Martin and Terrence Steele across the offensive line with Demarcus Lawrence, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler Jr. up the edge. Sam Williams is also there. John Hankins, Ozo Diggy are the linebacker. Are the defensive tackles with Damone Clark, Marquise Bell, and Micah Parsons at safe at linebackers. Stephon Gilmore, Jordan Lewis, Noah Monogamy, and the #1 corner in pass rating allowed. Deron Bland also there. Malik Hooker and Jaron Curse are the safeties. Michael Wilson, Dalvin Wilson, again, we'll get to playing time as well. Brandon Aubrey is your kicker, your punter, Brian Anger, Kevin Turbin, Trent Sieg are your returners and long snapper, whatever you want to call that. Alright, Rams offensively, I want 15 plus carries for Royce Freeman. Get him the ball, he was really efficient last week. And score touchdowns. Please get in the end zone more than twice, guys. Come on. Cooper Kupp, 150 plus yards. He's got to have a big game again. He's been able to light up this Cowboys secondary in the past. Continue that up. And Lucas have whatever. The new kicker has to come up big late. I don't care if it's a big field goal or an extra point. Something like that. I do think the Rams new kicker has to show up. Defensively, though, Kelly C.D. Lamb. Again, in the slot, whatever you need him to do, just have him on him the whole game. Raheem has to play, what is called one high. Again, Raheem Mostert has to play one high until Michael Gallup wins over the top. Again, if he does, shut up. But if he doesn't, yeah, keep doing it. No Tony P. long runs. That happened last year. That really killed you. Because outside of that, your defense played really well. And under 33 minutes of possession as well. You got to get that offense enough time on the field. Now let's look at the Cowboys. Okay, meanwhile for Dallas, Dak cannot turn over the football. Like, that's first things first. The Rams, again, probably won't take advantage of it. But, yeah, just don't turn over the football. 200 plus pass yards as well for him. I think, again, just solid numbers there. Tony P, 50 plus yard rushing touchdown again. He did it last year. I don't know why he can't do it this year. And CeeDee Lamb, 5 plus catches and 100 plus yards. Solid game again. Just need solid offensive contributions from their three most important players, at least at this point. Defensively, 5 plus sacks. That should be possible, but I will have to wait and see. Marcus Lawrence, 5 plus tackles. Again, whenever he's part of that run defense, they're doing a really good job. Micah, 50+% pressure rate as well. Just, again, maul that whoever that you're going up against there. And Stephon Gilmore on inside leverage for Cooper Kupp. You do not want him getting out, what is going inside, crossing you guys up like that. If he does, he will get make big plays. And don't give Puka a free release. He gets another free release, he's going to have another 150-yard game. You cannot have that happen with those two receivers. So that's after the Cowboys defense. Let's get to another national game in the Jags and Steelers. A blast of 5 years ago. Yeah, we got the Jags and Steelers both good at the same time. Oh boy, this is a really good mid-season matchup. Yeah, it's the Jags and Steelers. It's the NFL on TV, a doubleheader here in Week 8, and this is Game 1. Honestly, should have got flexed to Sunday night, but I'm not gonna dispute it. Yeah, the Steelers keep BS in their ways to win. Of course, they've won back-to-back games. And they're actually 4-1 in their past 5, so that tells you kind of what their season's been like. Jags in here, of course, coming in 5-2. They're red out, winning 4 in a row. They've been one of the most dominant teams the past month, and it's shown a lot. Looking to finish October very strong. They can do that with a win in this one. Again, the game's at 1 o'clock on CBS. NFL Plus, Paramount Plus are streaming services for this game. But the history, it's pretty illustrious. Basically, back in if you forget the 2020 game, these two teams played two huge competitively games back in 2018. Of course, the Jags upset in the divisional round where Blake Bortles had they put up a ton of points, and Jalen Ramsey had a couple big picks. And speaking of that, he had 2 against the Steelers back in that. Again, that was a painful game to watch, of course, where the Steelers 120-16 in that one. But yeah, that was kind of a cool game as well. But yeah, back to the point. Huge game for both these teams. Obviously, the Jags are going to win their 5th straight. Steelers are going to BS their way to 5-2. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to probably figure it out. And now to this one again, with it being a national game, it will be Idaho, Charles Davis, and Evan Washburn. Looking at the map, though, that's not the right one. This is the right one. Here we go. It is in red, and a boatload of the country is getting this game for good reason, because it is a massive one. And looking at the weather, again, 57 degrees. It's going to rain. It's going to be ugly. It's not going to be great football, but it's going to be super entertaining. It's going to be super humid. Yeah. So I got for this one. Time for the Jags starting lineup. For the Jags, Trevor Lawrence is questionable, but he'll play. C.J. Beathard, again, for whatever reason, if Trevor Lawrence doesn't go, he will be there. Travis Etienne Jr. and Peyton Bigsby in the backfield. Kevin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones is out. Jamal Agnew behind him. Parker Washington, Jalen Moore, Leonard Taylor, Ventrell Miller, Cooper Hodges, the right guard. Gregory Jr., Christian Braswell are all on IR. With Evan Ingram and Brendan Strange at tight end. Cam Robinson, Walker Little, again, is questionable. Tyler Chatley, well, if he can't, is in. Then Brandon Scherf as well there. Cole Van Lannon, Ben Barge, I don't know, Blake Hance. All those guys will get some playing time. Again, those 2 guys can't go. Anthony Harrison is the right tackle as well. Adam Gotts is Devon Hamilton, and Roy Robertson is the defensive line with Josh Allen, Kayvon Chase, Shaquille Quarterman, and Trevin Walker up the edge. Floyd Sale, Luakong, Devin Lloyd at linebacker again. Dwayne Smoot's also there. Testing Hill's questionable. Trey Herndon, Monteric Brown, and Darius Williams at the corners with Chris Claybrooks being out. Honor Cisco's questionable. Daniel Thomas, Andrew Winger. Someone will start there if he can't go. Probably Antonio Johnson, something like that. And Richard Johnson, Jenkins is also the strong safety. Brandon McManus is their kicker. Their punter is Logan Cook. Jamal Agnew, Ross Magic are the other special teamers as well. For the Steelers, Kenny Pickett, quarterback, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren in the backfield, Anthony McFarland Jr., Pat Fryermuth, Rennell Wren, Chappelle Russell, Cameron Hayward, and Cody Trice Jr. all on IR. Denton Johnson, George Pickens, Allen Robinson, a receiver, Calvin Austin's also there. Connor Hayward, John Washington, tight end, Dan Moore Jr., Isaac Salamalu, Mason Cole, James Daniels, and two more core across the offensive line. Larry Ogunjobi, DeMarvin Leal, and Martavis Adams, the defensive lineman. Oh yeah, Cameron Hayward, I think, is coming back, right? Yeah, he'll be back. I think, something like that. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith off the edge, as well as Marcus Golden, Nick Harebig. What is called Cole Holcomb, Quan Alexander are the linebackers with Levi Wallace being questionable, Chandler Sullivan, James Pierre, and Joey Porter Jr. 3 corners all healthy, but at least Pat Peterson's healthy, even though he's been a bum this year. Megan Keanu Neal and DeMonte Casey are their safeties. My bad. Patrick Peterson's been old this year. But Chris Boswell is your kicker, your punter is Presley Harvin. Calvin Austin and Godwin Bleeker are your returners with Christian Kuntz being the long snapper. Alright, and for this Jags offense, it's absolutely critical they at least score 10 plus points in the fourth quarter. The Steelers are going to nip by you if you don't. Travis Etienne Jr. 2+ touchdown for a fourth straight game. That would be kind of cool. And yeah, 380 plus total yards. I think they got to be dominant offensively. That's how they're going to do with those 380 yards. Defensively, though, Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker both hunting after Kenny on every single play. They got to be head hunting the whole game. I don't care if they give up lanes against the run. They got to stop that. And don't get beat on the back shoulder throws for Kenny, George Pickens. Again, if you run those slants, it's better than him getting those back shoulder throws. Because then, when you catch those back shoulder throws, that opens up the other stuff. And then, again, you're not really preventing anything at that point. Now, let's look at the Steelers. Alright, Steelers offensively. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, 175 plus total rushing yards. That's high hopes for them to get. But, again, if they can both combine and have some really nice runs, that could happen. That play action off of that on inside zones, inside zones are a big part again of their offensive game again. If they can get the play action off a little better, that would be big. And obviously, Kenny having another big fourth quarter probably could get him a win. Defensively, though, TJ Watt 3+ pressures in the third quarter again, kind of like who was it? Jalen Phillips, good start, strong start out the half. Joey Porter Jr. and Calvin Ridley in the red zone. I don't care if he doesn't play. Even put him out there with a broken leg. I don't even care. And play heavy fits to the sweeps in the inside zone. You really cannot have those runs getting breaking across of the line, because again, once Jalen Warren gets moving laterally and then upfield, it's really hard to stop him there, because again, he's very unpredictable with which hole he picks. Now let's look at the Browns Seahawks getting in the lone game in the week 8 late afternoon regional window. Can the Browns make it 3 straight actually, and actually might have a shot? No, they're not gonna. But yeah. Could the Browns make it 3 in a row in bizarre fashion against the Seahawks? We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But yeah, this is a big game for both the teams. Battle 4-2 teams. Very solid game. Sadly, again, Deshaun Watson isn't playing. I mean, not sadly, but still, whatever. Seahawks obviously being 4-2 coming to this one. They've been, they've had a really easy schedule so far, but they taken advantage of it. But obviously they did win in Detroit. The only team to do that so far this year. Obviously though, 4-2, looking for another straight big win, actually get them in a really good position in the playoff picture. This game is at 4:05 on Fox, NFL Plus, Fox Sports app, and Fubo, whatever you want to call it, are the streaming sources for this game. It is the only game in the regional window at this time, again, for Week 8. So keeping that in mind, looking at the announcers for this one, it will be Adam Moon, Daryl Johnson, and Pam Oliver. So it is their second team. Comments Media, Tom Clardy and Brian Baldinger. Looking at the map, it is in, what is it called? Blue, and again, a good amount of countries actually getting this game. You got, again, part of New England, here, this area, and then like the what is called, the southwest part of what is called Connecticut, and obviously you got Ohio, all that area, then blah 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 blah, and then obviously the Northwest. Looking at the weather, it's going to actually be sunny, surprisingly. It's 52 degrees, a little humid, not too bad, though. And some decent wind as well for this game. I mean, pretty mild, but that's what I got for this one. These two teams played back in 19, and the Browns lost 32-28 in their home stadium. Yeah, both teams, of course, are different quarterbacks. These two teams have seen critical games now. Let's get right into the Browns starting lineup. For the Browns, Deshaun Watson now, P.J. Walker again will start. Jerome Ford is questionable, Kareem Hunt and Pearson Jr. behind him. Ari Cooper, Elijah Moore, and Don Peoples-Jones, a receiver. Marquise Goodwin is also questionable. Michael Woods is out. Jakeem Grant Sr., Dawson Deaton, Michael Dunn, Jack Conklin, Jordan Kozlowski, Thomas Graham Jr. all on IR, with David Njoku, Harrison Brown at tight end, Jedrick Wills Jr. is questionable, James Hudson behind him, Drew Forbes again is out, Joe Batono, Ethan Pogge, Wyatt Taylor, all though Juwan Jones, who's been really good for them so far this year, is a right tackle. I think he's then 6th round pick, right? Yeah, it was 4th round pick, whatever. Myles Garrett, what is it called? Sirius Smith, Alex Wright, Ogbo Okoronkwo off the Okoronkwo, whatever, off the edge. Dalvin Tomlinson and Jordan Elliott are the defensive tackles with JOK, Anthony Walker Jr., Stanley Takitaki, questionable. Matthew Adams or Tony Fields. One of those two will start there. If you can't go, Denzel Ward, Martin Emerson Jr., Cameron Mitchell, and Greg Newsome are at corner with Juan Thornhill and Greg Delpit at safety. Justin Hopkins is their kicker. Corey Borges is their punter. Don Jones, Pierce Jr. are their turners. Again, Jerome Ford is questionable, and Charles Hewlett is their long snapper. For the Seahawks, Dino quarterback, Kenneth Walker III, Zach Charbonnet in the backfield, Kenny McIntosh, De'Aaron Young, Abraham Lucas, Latrell Bumpus, whatever, Mike Morris, Joshua on the whatever, Uchenna Nwosu, Kobe Bryant, all on IR. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett's questionable, Jake Bobo again will get some playing time as well as JSN. Noah Fant, Will Dissly, tight end, Colby Parkinson is also there. Nick Valor is their fullback. Charles Cross, Damian Lewis, what is called Evan Brown, Phil Haynes is doubtful. Anthony Bradford could start as well as Jack Saran. He will be starting. What is it called? Draymond Jones, Jaron Reed, Merrill Edwards Jr. are the linebackers with defensive line with Austin Falelu and Brian Moan both being out. Boyle Mafe and Daryl Taylor and Derek Hall and Frank Clark off the edge with Bobby Wagner and Jordan Brooks at linebacker. Devon Witherspoon, Michael Jackson, Reek Wallen, and Trey Brown at corner with Jamal Adams and questionable. Julian Love could start as well as Quandre Diggs. Jason Myers is your Michael Dixon is your punter, DJ Dallas is your returner, and Jack Stoll is your long snapper. Alright, for the Browns, PJ Walker 3 was strapped up play action again. Last week it didn't really work out too well, but I do think, again, getting the push and pull downfield will keep the defense honest. And Jerome Ford, another long run, again. Whatever you can do to get him just going like that would be big. And obviously, 3 plus red zone touchdowns, they struggled with it. Again, we're really good with that last week. Continuing to do that when they get the opportunities to, we'll give them a shot at winning this one. Defensively, though, forced 3 plus turnovers. Again, the Seahawks have actually been prone to turnovers this year, unlike a lot last year, so they should have some chances there. Jordan Allen and Dalvin Tomlinson need to be more effective against the run. They have not been that good this year, at least last week. They got pushed around a little bit. Bounce back penetration type of stuff there. And tackling, cleaner tackling on the edge. It was again really sloppy last week. First time I actually saw that this season. Again, forcing turnovers is huge, but if you can't really back it up with anything else, it's kind of a very unsustainable way to play team defense. Now let's look at the Seahawks. All right, now for Seattle offensively, be aggressive and make moves for the receivers and running backs. I want them to try to basically you guys have their shoes. Yeah, be aggressive with that. Do what you need to there. Screens on 30% of the first down plays in the first quarter. Again, get the ball out quick. You want to get those screens going. And Ken Walker 5 plus first downs in the second half. He's got to be a bruiser in that second half for them. Again, they don't start out well. Maybe he doesn't, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Defensively, though, Brian Moan, 40% run defense win rate. Not Brian Moan, whoever's starting in his place. 3 plus pass defended for Devon Witherspoon and Jamal Adams separately. And Jordan Brooks, 10 plus tackles. Getting involved in that run game would be huge, again, for him being better in coverage. That's all I got there. Now let's look at the Ravens and Cardinals. Yeah, the Cardinals are not going to win this football game. I'm sorry. This is kind of the flip of what it was back in 2021, where the Cardinals were like, I don't know, what are they, 6-0? They were playing like a really bad Texans team. They were like, Texans actually got out to lead. That was kind of cute, but then they got blown out. So that's what I'm kind of expecting this one. But yeah, either way, Ravens and Cardinals. Ravens, of course, dominating, blowout, monster win over the Lions last week at home. Now they're going on the road in a huge chop game against the Texans, who have lost 4. Cardinals who have lost 4 straight. And yeah, they've lost, I think all of them have been like at least 2 scores. Maybe double digits too. Something like that though. And either way though, obviously these 2 teams met back in 2019 and the Ravens won 23-17. It was actually a really fun game to watch. But yeah, Kyler Murray's not starting this game. Yeah, it will be Lamar Jackson, not against Kyler Murray. This game's at 4:25 on CBS and Paramount Plus. So we are getting into that late window games. Of course, we'll get to the information about that later when we get to the national game. Announcing this one, though, will be Chris Lewis, Ross Tucker, and Justin Walters. So, it is the C games of C games, to be honest. And obviously, looking at it, the map, it is in green, and, yeah, none of the country's in this game. Maryland area and most of Arizona. Yeah. There's really nothing much to say, guys. This should be a blowout. Again, trap game, you never know. Let's look at the Ravens starting lineup. And for the Ravens, Lamar, of course, the quarterback, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, Mac Keaton, Mitchell is questionable. Zay Flowers, Odo Beckham Jr., Rashad Bateman, a receiver. Tyler Wallace, questionable. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely off the edge with Patrick Ricardo, fullback. Ronnie Stanley, John Simpson, Tyler Linderbaum, Kevin Zeitler, and Morgan Moses crossing the line with Andrew Voorhees again, still being out. What the hell is he still doing this thing? Just Mabuke, what is it called? Michael Pierce, Brian Washington, and across the Stevens line with Odafi Owe being questionable. Jamin Conley, Kyle Van Noy, Tavis Robinson, also all there. Defensively, the only guys are on IR with Malik Ham, David Ojabo, Demarion Williams, Darrell Worley, all on IR. Rogan Smith, Patrick Queen are the linebackers with Brandon Stevens, Ronald Darby, Marlon Humphrey, and Rock Yassin at corner with Marcus Williams being out. Geno Stone will probably start, as well as Kyle Hamilton. Justin Tucker, their kicker, Jordan Stouts, their punter, Devin Duvernay, returner, Ken Keaton Mitchell is questionable. Nick Moore is still out. Tyler Ott's the long snapper. For the Cardinals, Joshua Dobbs, quarterback. Of course, Clayton Tune will maybe get a snap. I don't know. Kyler Murray, of course, ruled out for this game. James Conner, John Gaines, Pat Elflein, Elijah Wilkinson, Carlos Watkins, LG Kyler, Kyler Michael, all on IR with Amario DiMarcano, Keontae Ingram in the backfield. Damian Williams is also on this team. Marquise Brown, Michael Wilson, Ronald Moore, receiver. Greg Dorsey's questionable. You might see Zach Pass with Trey Brown, Trey McBride, and G.S. Swain with tight end with DJ Humphries, Dennis Daly, Elijah Frola, Will Hernandez, and Paris Johnson Jr. Across the offensive line with Xavier Collins. Kevin Strong being out, Dante Stills, Cameron Thomas all there, with Jonathan Ledbetter, Leaky Fotu being at defensive tackle. Josh Woods, Kaiser White, Dennis Gardick are the defensive other linebackers, with Chris Barnes being out. Sterling Thomas the fifth, Kisrell Clark, Marco Wilson on the corners, with Antonio Hamilton Sr. being questionable. Jalen Thompson's also questionable. Andre Shakira, whatever that guy's name is also there, as well as Buda Baker. Joey Blunt will probably start if again. Jalen Thompson can't cope. Brad Prater's your kicker. Blake Gillikin is your punter. Greg Dortcher, returner, is questionable. And Brewer's your long snapper. Matt Hembro is also on IR. For the Ravens, Lamar not taking any big hits. The worst thing to happen is when Lamar gets injured in a blowout game. That's just, again, you can't get any worse than that. Get up by 20 by halftime so you don't have to worry about anything. Run the damn ball so you guys don't go back to playing bad football against bad teams. Yeah, because that's what happens. When your passing game has to kind of take over, it's just not good. Defensively, though, keep Josh Dobbs inside the numbers when he scrambles, because, again, when he gets going outside, it's just ugly for any offense. Double Marquise Brown. Please, for God, do it. He will torch you over the middle if you don't. And Roquan Smith, 3 bunches on second and more than 7, really puts pressure on the quarterback to what is called shift the pocket, and that's just not good for anyone, because, there's a lot of stuff predicating on that Cardinals offense. Very low room for error. Now let's look at the Cardinals. Cardinals, I keep saying it, they got to run the ball more, and explosive runs especially. Brandon Moore, 3 touches in the goal situations. Again, hasn't had too many touches in the red zone this year. Getting more of those will help this offense get better there. Defensively, under 25 points allowed. Again, gotta keep it somewhat reachable. Dennis Gardick, 5+ pressures, 2+ sacks, 7+ tackles, and a 45% plus pass room rate. I haven't really seen him since week 4. Please come back, bro. You looked really good when you were on the field. Like, again, he's still playing, but he's just, again, not really showing up. Now let's get the Chiefs and Broncos. I'm going to say this is going to be the exact same score from that 20 game. It's going to be 43-16. Let's get right into it, though, for whatever reason. Alright, you already know what the score of this game is going to be, because, yeah, this is why. I mean, I'm not mad, because this is actually good by the NFL schedule, because the Chiefs are just going to, again, they get to basically get the Broncos out of the way. You already know what's going to happen. It's going to be an absolute blowout, because that's what's going to happen. But, yeah, this game is crazy. I'll get to it in a minute. But, yeah, the Chiefs and Broncos, of course, here in Week 8. Chiefs scores at 6-1. They've won 6 in a row. This should be an easy, again, breeze, because the worst thing you can happen is having a really uncompetitive game for both teams. And neither team really needs that game that late into the season. Again, that being the Chiefs. Broncos are going to come this one 2-5. I mean, they won a game, I guess, but, like, they didn't. I don't know what to say. That was a really ugly win against Packers last week. But, again, they're not 1-6 at least. Yeah, this game's going to be really bad. Who knows? Maybe they actually shock everyone. But this is, like, the one game I'm like, yeah, this game's going to, like, wraps. But it is at 4:25 on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, or streaming service for this game. Obviously, Chiefs are putting, what is it now? Their 17-game win streak on the line against the Broncos. I mean, that's not really saying much, but yeah. It is. Obviously, looking at it, though, Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Alan Collins, same announcers. Well, not exact, but very close to the same announcers that were on the call for this game back in 2020, where Derek Carr threw the pick 6. Obviously, Byron Murphy, like a return touchdown. It was an absolute blowout, and didn't know, it is going to snow probably like 20 inches here. It's going to be an absolute, like, blizzard in Denver. It's going to be really cold. It is not going to be like it is in the rest of the country. Dang, is the earth messed up with this global warming crap. But it's still going to be humid. It's going to be a crazy day in Denver. I'll just put it like that. So anyone who's going to this game, tell me what the weather's like, because that's crazy. But either way, it's in blue. A lot of countries in this game. I want to watch this game. It's going to be real. I mean, just because of the weather. That's how I'll put it. The actual game itself should be an absolute just monster blowout. But yeah, it will. I really want this game to just be an absolute blizzard. That would be so fun. Now let's get the Chiefs starting lineup. Again, these two teams have played in snowstorms before. Back, of course, in 2019, that 23-3 win for the Chiefs back in Week 15. And obviously, 2020, they also played in that snowstorm blowout win for the Chiefs. If the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Blaine Gabbert, Isaiah Pacheco, Jared McKinnon, Clyde Overson, backfield, Sky Moore, MVS, and Rasheed Rice, receiver. Justin Ross is out again with that arrest crap. Richie James, Nikhil Remigio, Prince Tegan Waganano, Jody Fortson, Nick Bullen, Najee Johnson, all on IR with Travis Kelce, Noah Gray at tight end, Donovan Smith, Joe Tooney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Jawan Taylor across the offensive line with George Karlaftis, Mike Dan, Charles Manu, and Malik Herring off the edge with Derek Nottie and Chris Jones at defensive tackle, Willie Gay, Leo Chanel, and Drew Tranquil, the linebackers, with Jerry Sneed, Josh Williams, Jalen Watson, and Trent McDuffie, the corners, Brian Cook, Justin Reed, safety. Brian Cook's actually played really well this year. Harrison Butker is their kicker, your punter. Their punter is Tommy Townsend. Marcolo Homer Jr. is a return. James Winchester is their long snapper. For the Broncos, rushing quarterback Javonte Williams, Jalen McLaughlin in the backfield, as well as Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Marvin Mims Jr. receiver, Tim Patrick, Jalen Virgil, Brandon Johnson, all in IR, as well as Greg Dulcich, Andrew Brazolik, whatever this guy's name is, Jonas Griffith, Cameron Williams, Caden Stearns, and Kareem Jackson also got suspended because he murdered too many guys on the field. Yeah, it was really bad. I think it's 2 games. But yeah, he's got ejected from like 3 games here. He's got to tone down with that hitting, bro. He's got CTE anyway, probably. So yeah. After Chris Manners, about the 10, and then Michael Burton is your fullback. Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Lee Cushman, Quinn Miners, Mike McGlinchey across the line with Jonathan Harris, DJ Jones, Dak Allen at defensive line with Nick Benito, Baron Browning, Jonathan Cooper, Thomas Ingram. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who this dude is, bro. Like what? Yeah. And as well, you've got Alex Singleton, Josie Jewell, linebacker. Drew Sanders is also there as a blitzer. Patrick Dan, Jaquan McMillan, Damari Mathis, Fabian Rell, PJ Locke, and Justin Simmons at safety. With Will Lutz being your kicker, Riley Dixon's your punter, Marvin Minshew your returner, and Max Farbon as well is your long snapper. What the hell? Alright, Chiefs offensively, score more than 20 points this time. Just do it. I mean, it's in the snow, but do it. Bigger holes instead of trying to move guys as much for the offensive line. Again, they can just get, I really want to see like the wider holes instead of just pushing guys. Again, it's really good for these backs because they actually get cut really well to the outside. I want to see how that works. And 4 of those targets for Justin Ross in the NFL Prison League, if that exists. Defensively, though, bring 5 on 3rd down. Really, that's how Russ will have really, again, you want him to actually scramble to his left because, again, he's been really bad thrown there. And Trey McDuffie getting an interception would be cool. Pick 6, maybe. Make Russ roll left, again, as always. And George Karlaftis, 2+ pressures on the first drive. Again, setting the tone for this defense. Now let's look at the Broncos. And for Denver, yeah, Russ getting more leverage to Cook. Let him run around. Yeah, I mean, it's in the snow. It'll probably fall. Javonte Williams getting a lot of carries. I think we'll actually tone down how that Chiefs offense does stuff because, again, if he's running all over them, they might not go for it on 4th down as much. I mean, they actually might go for more, which, again, is good for that defense. And, yeah, they of course, got to score in the red zone. Defensively, though, they can't give up 20 points because there's no way the Broncos can score the offense with compromised weather. If they can't score 20 with good weather, how are they going to do it without it? And obviously, under 24 minutes of possession, like, that's obvious. And Justin Simmons getting another huge pick against the Chiefs. Again, maybe gives them a win. I don't really know what to expect from this one. I expect it to be a blowout, but you never really know. Now let's get to the national game of the week. Oh, it's a rematch of what was a thriller in Cincinnati 2 years ago. A massive match for both these teams, Bengals and 49ers. Yeah, Week 8, doubleheader day. Here's Game 2 on CBS. Alright, the Niners, of course, coming up back-to-back losses, getting yelled as frauds. Brock Purdy will, I guess, play. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on for the 49ers. They have not looked good in the slightest past 2 weeks. Obviously, defensively, they looked like they got torched last week, too. So, a lot of questions for this 49ers team going against the surging Bengals squad, of course. They really still haven't gotten it, like, all together offensively, like, as a collective whole this whole season. This is the game, though, I think if they can put it all together, people will actually start to take them really seriously. Because I said that they're going to win the North if they go to the bye at 3-3. Here they are at 3-3. So, this is the first game of the bye. I mean, it could look like the Rams last year, but you never know. Again, it's the NFL and CBS doubleheader game 2. 4:25, CBS NFL Paramount Plus. The NFL Today update is right after, I don't know, the 1 o'clock, what was it, Steelers and Jags game, I guess. So, yeah, you'll get to see updates for there, obviously, before this game. And I think if this game doesn't end at, 7:30, you'll see a post-game show, too. So, keeping that in mind, looking at it is Jim, it's Tony Romo, Tracy Wilson on the Colts, Sports US Radio, Ted Robinson, and DL Helestre, whatever the heck that guy's name is. Looking at it though, it is in red. Jim Nantz, obviously, Tony Romo again on the call. Again, it's ton of the country. It's like kind of like a split. You got the West Coast, then you got a huge bunch, and then all this, and then some like bleh here. So again, 3 games in the late regional window, late national window, but this is the game to watch. Weather in Santa Clara though, again, it's gonna be pretty sunny. Good, decent wind. It's gonna be again good temperature too. Nothing crazy though. This should be a pretty solid weather for this game. Let's get right into the Bengals starting lineup. For the Bengals, Joe Burrow quarterback, Jake Browning is his backup. Joe Mixon, Trayvon Williams in the backfield. Chase Brown, Charlie Jones, Devon Cochran, and Devonshire Maxwell all on IR. With Jamar Chase, Teagan, Tyler Boyd, Trent Irwin receiver. Irv Smith Jr., Drew Sample tight end. Orlando Brown Jr., Cordell Volson. Ted Karras, Alex Calvert, Jordan Williams, cross offensive line with Sam Hubbard, DJ Reader, BJ Hill, Trey Henderson, Joseph Osai, Cam Sample off the edge, as well as Miles Murphy. Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, team this is out. You definitely see Marcus Bailey. Chubia Wuzia, DJ Turner, Mike Hilton, and Kim Dover at corner with Dax Owen, Nick Scott at safety. Evan McPherson is your kicker. Their kicker, their punter is Brad Robbins. What is it called? Trenton Irwin, Chris Evans are the returners, and Cal Dominus is their long snapper. And for the Niners, Brock Purdy, quarterback, he is healthy and ready to go. Sam Darnold did take a lot of reps, though, so, I mean, if Brock Purdy, again, starts feeling weird, definitely see Sam Darnold in the game. CMC, Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. Devo Samuel again is out another week. Ray McLeod, the third, and Ronnie Bell be expected to step up, and then before spring, now you Joanne Jennings also receiver. Danny Gray, Robert Beal Jr., and Samuel Wolbach, the third, all on IR. George Kittle, Trevor Warner, tight end. Kyle Juszczyk is your fullback. Trent Williams, questionable for this one. Jalen Moore will go if he can't go. And Vic Shake, Brandon, Spencer Burford, Colin Evan crossing his line with Cleveland Farrell, Nick Bosa, Randy Gregory, and Drake Jackson off the edge. Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave are your defensive tackles. With Drake Greenlaw, Fred Warren, Owen Burks being the linebacker with Travarius Ward, Isaiah Oliver, Ambry Thomas, and De'Amon Lenore corner. Dejon Gibson, Tina Funga are the safeties. Darrell Letter Jr. is out as well for this one. Jake Moody is your kicker. Your punter is Mitch Wisnowski. Aaron McLeod, third is returner. Tabor Peppers your long snapper. All right, what I want to see from this Bengals offense is short passes throughout the game. Again, getting those balls out quick with tempo is huge because, again, they can make guys miss. Again, don't get it confused. This 49ers, what is called tackling last week was not very good. And test safeties on third down. They, again, struggled a lot last week on those downfield passes. Joe Burrow can let those passes air out. And 20-plus rushes attempts for Joe Mixon, again, getting that offense really into good rhythm. Again, when they start to cook, I actually think they'll have a really good game. Defensively, though, Trey Henderson showing up on third down. I mean, like, he hasn't really done too much of that this year. It's really been the second first down production. But, obviously, this game, that'll be critical. CMC has to hit the has to be hit in the backfield by somebody. I don't even care if it's a fan. Just someone get in there and make sure he doesn't get upfield. And 2+ sacks as well. I mean, like, that's kind of like clockwork here. Now let's look at the 49ers. All right, offensively, Brock can't fold in the fourth. He did last week. I don't know if that's like something happened. Guess he was concussed. I really don't know. Again, he just can't do what happened last week. And Brandon Ayuk, 2+ catches per quarter. Consistency, blah. Brando getting downfield the run game as a center. Again, that's hard. But again, if he can really get downfield and make it easy for those A-gap runs to not blow up, that would be big. And obviously, no doubts when throwing to Joanne Jennings. Again, Brock's got to throw that over the middle there at back shoulder. Don't, like, try to, like, fit it in, like, get him the football. Defensively, though, Nick Bosa, 55% on pass rush rate. Again, he actually hasn't been that great this year. Having a breakout game like that would be huge. The safeties need to actually do something in coverage. I mean, Taysom Gibson Sr.'s just kind of been, like, sitting in his zone the whole season. Not much more. And Dylan Funga's gotten exposed a little. And Travis Ward not undercutting routes with no safety help behind. I mean, that's just a stupid mistake by him, bro. Like, you gotta realize, just make the tackle there. I see the pick early, though. Yeah, if he does that, that's fine. But late, don't let that happen. Now let's get to Sunday Night Football. Wait, was this game supposed to be flex? Like, actually, like, why is this game, like, on Sunday Night Football? And wrapping up the 14-game Sunday will be the game that should have got flexed. 2-4 Chargers. I mean, like, yeah, they've lost back-to-back games. Again, who knows? They could be hot the next 2 weeks. Of course, they started out 0-2. They won their next 2. They've lost back-to-back games. Maybe they win this one. Bears, of course, coming in with 2-5. Though they really inspiring win against the Chargers. But I meant the Chargers against the Raiders. But obviously, they're gonna have to do a lot more against the Chargers team that has been playing better football, even though again they lost last week. This game against Sunday Night Football, 8:20 on NBC Universo, Fubo Sports, whatever that you want to call it. NBC Sports app, Peacock, obviously the main one. Of course, they got Sunday Night Final following the game, and as well, Full Night in America starts at 7 o'clock Eastern on NBC. Looking at the announcers for this one, though, it'll be as well as Mike Tirico, Chris Collins from Melissa Stark, West Run, Ryan Radjic, and Mike Golick. Yeah, there's really not much else to say. I mean, these two teams played back in 2019. think the Bears, the Chargers won that one 17-6 on an Eddie Pinheiro, again, former Bears kicker, missed field goal. Yeah, that's about it for this one, though, guys. Like, it's not a very good game. Now let's get in the Bears starting lineup. All right, for the Bears, Justin Fields out, of course, that thumb injury. Tyson Bagent will start again. Roshan Johnson, Dante Foreman, Darrington Evans in the backfield. DJ Moore, Donald Mooney, Tyler Scott at receiver. Vios Jones Jr. is also there. Joe Reed, Equanimous St. Brown, Braxton Jones, and Jack Blackwell are all on IR with Cole Kmet, Robert Tonyan, tight end. Kyrie Blasingame, Mr. Fullback. Larry Borum, Tevin Jenkins, Cody Whitehair, Nate Davis is out. Tevin Jenkins, I don't even know. Someone's gonna start there. And Darnell Wright's also there. Dan Feeney is questionable. Yannick Ngakoue, DeMarcus Walker, Dominic Robinson, Rasheem Green off the edge with Andrew Billings and Justin Jones at defensive tackle. T.J. Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, and Jackson Moore, the linebackers. Terrell Smith is out. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tyler Chief facilities are all healthy though. Jaquan Brisker is out. Quentin Johnson will probably start. Elijah Hicks maybe if again Eddie Jackson's foot can get any better. And obviously, Kerry Santos is their kicker. Their punter is Tony Gill. Tyler Scott and Trent Taylor are returners, and Patrick Steele is also the long snapper. Move over the Chargers. Justin Herbert, quarterback. Easton Six is backup. Where did what is it called? Max Duggan go? Oh damn. Okay. That's news. Austin Eckler, Josh Kelly in the backfield though. Keenan Allen, Joshua Palmer is questionable. Quentin Johnson, I don't even know. Johnson. He's been a bum this year. Darius Davis is also there. Jalen Guyton's out. Mike Williams is on IR as well as the inner trainer. Raheem Lane and whatever this guy's name is, because that's actually a rarity. They don't have too many guys in IR. But Gerald, everybody's questionable. Donald Parham Jr. will start if he can't go. Sean Slater, Zion Johnson will clap. Jamari Sallier and Trey Pipkins the third across the offensive line with Torrey Lindsley being out. Nick Williams, Sebastian Joseph Day, and Austin Johnson are the defensive linemen with Odi Ogbania being out. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, first round, totally two below, two off the edge, with Eric Kendricks and Kenneth Murray Jr. being the linebackers. Michael Davis, Sherry Taylor, and Sonny Simon Jr. are the safety corners, with J.J. Woods being out. Deane Leonard, whatever that is questionable. Derwin James Jr., Aloha again was questionable. Dylan Hawkins could start, as well as Cameron Dicker. The kicker is your kicker. Jake Scott, your punter. Darius Davis, your returner. And Josh Woods, Jay Harris, my bad, is your long snapper. All right, and again, wrapping up the keys to the game for both these teams. First off, Bears, though. Tyson Bagent, over 65% completion percent. He's going to be more accurate this week. He cannot afford to get into bad situations because he misses a very easy throw. Darnell Mooney, 5+ catches. He's got to be a bigger part of this offense. Dante Foreman, 20+ touches. He's been your best offensive player in years, guys. Like, come on. And Tevin Jenkins can't get cooked in pass pro. Yeah, he's got to be something there. That's what I'll say. Like, he has not been great in pass pro his whole career, but this is definitely a game where he's got to be better there. Defensively, though, Jalen Johnson having another monster game. Maybe not 2 picks and a pick 6, but having another good game. And obviously, no downfield completions allowed. That's basically what they've been honestly pretty decent at this year. Keep that up. And also get the Chargers. All right, wrapping up the NFL Week 8 Sunday preview. You guys, it's been a long one, guys, because we have 14 games to go through. But yeah, he's again wrapping this thing up. Without further ado, Chargers offense, 4.5 yards per carry. Again, that's for all the running backs. Just have a better running game. Justin getting the ball out quick throws, whatever you need to. And Quentin Johnson having his first 100-yard game. Please be good. Defensively, though, Joey Bosa getting better reads. Basically, when he delays his jump, basically making the offensive lineman think of a little more and then obviously burning him off of it. That's what I want to see there. His reads have not been good with that. Obviously, getting destroyed in the run game a couple of times last week. Sebastian Joseph Day getting more push into the backfield, especially again against the run. And Sonny Simon Jr. playing off to climb in the inside coverage. Trust me, Tyson Bagent's not going to fool you with his eyes. That's all I got for the Chargers, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the NFL Week 8 Sunday preview. Here's a little flashback to what happened back in 2021. Niners and Bengals, how that game ended. Yeah. Hope you guys do all the games. See you for the recap tomorrow.
It's it to the near side, and this is Ayuk close to the goal line. He's going to be marked out at the 1.
What a play call. And he launches. I don't know. I can't see from that angle. This one might be able to tell it.
They're taking a look at it.
I think he might have.